while I'm not going to turn down a Marvel check, that's not my goal anymore.
Yeah.
So I really want to make my comics tell my stories my way and have them put out for the people to enjoy and not have to worry about marketing getting involved or or editors who don't understand. And I'm already dealing with, on my prose side, having to educate some editors that no, that's meant to be said just like that. It's like it's especially I had a story that was I let all my southern accent show and leaning more into my family's accent because they are from the coast of South Carolina. So their accent, half of them have the Gullah Geechee accent, and then half of them are close enough. So it's like I tried to lean into more of that in their speech patterns, and having to explain all of that was it's like no, these words don't need to be flipped. That's the way it's supposed to be. If you flip it, it doesn't make sense. Yes, little stuff like that. It's like no, keep it.
Yeah. I think people ask a lot. It's when you're, I guess it's because we're indie, so we're smaller or whatever. But like when you're indie and you're writing comics, people always ask, do you want to be, or don't even go with the do you want to be? It's like if you had to could choose between being picked up by Marvel or DC or somebody, they're like, which one would you go through? I'm just like, if they ask me to write a story for one of their characters, I might do it, but they can't have my stuff. They can't have my stuff. No, I don't need the corporate overlords fixing things that don't need to be fixed.
Exactly.
Yeah, like even, but one as an editor who has edited a story that had a Black woman as the main character, it's one of those things too. Like I'm not Southern, my family's from New York, but I've lived in Atlanta long enough to know how people speak, to know the cadence, all that kind of stuff. So it's just like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, if somebody different were editing this, they'd be like, well, that's not right. You can't do that. That's not how we speak. And it's like, no, this is, you have to understand cadence. You have to understand culture. You have to understand location. You have to understand ebonics because I will use ebonics all the time.
All the time.
All the time. I don't care where you're from. If you're Black, you're going to use ebonics.
Yes, and yes.
And then the other part I definitely relate is, which this, I guess I was lucky enough where this wasn't a huge thing. My character is Caribbean because my family is Caribbean. And so her parents have an accent. So there are things in there that spelled different or said different that a lot of people could just be like, okay, well, that's incorrect spelling. This is how you do it. And I'm like, no. They're Bahamian. This is how they speak. Unfortunately, most of the people in the Marvel and DC offices are not going to get it.